Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I am fine and I was waiting for this interview and looking forward to it because
Okay,
I want
great.
to talk about my book.
Okay,
Who,
so I
which
will.
author doesn't?
Yes, yes. So let's start our rapid fire session. So my first question is, what's your favorite place to write?
You will find it a little funny, but I'll tell you. I'm best on my in my bed on my bed.
Okay, great.
I if an idea comes there, uh, I'm more of a blogger. I run my own blog, dkkviews.blogspot.com. So if an idea comes, I write it down in a diary sometimes or in the notes of my mobile. And you'll be surprised, two thumbs and the mobile, and I put the idea there. Later on, I come to my study or sit down formally to put it in order and collect my thoughts. But it starts from there.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
So my second question is, what is your writing routine like?
I really don't have that much of a writing routine. I wait for the idea to come in my mind. I
Okay.
write on things light, as this book is all about the varied hues of life.
Yes.
And I also do write seriously. So, what
Oh,
happens is, I read a lot. Then, out of that, what I extract, I put it aside on one side.
okay.
Then I start writing about it. Right now, uh, just I'm giving you an example. A thought is there in my mind, secrets. I know a person who rang up my wife and said, it's a secret, don't tell anyone about somebody else. But at the same time, we met during a walk, a lady who said, do you know so and so rang me up and said about this? It was exactly the same. Now that's human life. So
Yes.
now that idea has come in my mind. Now, how do I build around it? It'll come out in my blog and maybe the next book. But that's
Okay.
how I start building my stories. On professional matters, where I have to go for lectures and all, I'm a retired chief general manager from National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Then, of course, I do my research and I put my views and perspective first, along with the research. But as far as this part of life goes, life hai kya? What is it all
Hmm.
about? I go for that. And I love to observe who's dressed up, how, who's doing what, who's being maybe a bit artificial, who's being a bit aggressive. And then if you catch those ideas, then you put it across into a sort of, a chapter. Uh, like, I'll just take 2 minutes more.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sure.
Tales, Tales cafes don't tell you. Actually, I just sat around with one or two owners of cafes. And they told me lovely stories their staff comes and tells them about young couples fighting, or about a married man coming with one lady one day, another lady the second day, another lady the third day, and fourth day is his wife. And so he tips the waiter 500 rupees, not to talk about the previous three episodes.
Nice.
So, so it's there in my book. Do read it.
Sure.
It tells cafes don't tell you. So once I got that, the rest is a bit of a build up around that chapter. But the core theme was what I heard, observed, and decided why not? Let's go ahead and go about it. I don't want to feel old and wonky. So even though I'm retired 3 years back, my spirit is if something can be lightly said, even if seriously, conveys a message at times, make somebody smile, and you walk on in life. ठीक है, you're done your job.
Great.
Hmm.
So, my third question is, how do you balance personal experience and imagination in your poetry?
I did thinking about this. To be very honest, I don't write much on poetry. So over the years, somehow it eluded me. But where and have I have put them in my book? This is very difficult. My prose, I can cover up. I can write things and not really bring my inner self into it. It can be like I have described something, though I'm there. But in my poems, that's me. If you read the poem, this country is not worth dying for. It's not a cynical exercise. A relative did die in an encounter. It touched me deeply that nobody was really bothered about it. That's us as a culture. So when I write that, do read that poem. I
Sure.
have literally said it's Diwali, it's coming. And the mother, I made it as a mother telling her son, be safe. And the son telling the mother, mom, don't worry. I'm safe and I'm with my men. And then how it devolves from there. So try reading it. I wish the readers also read it. It's not being cynical. I'm a son of a senior army officer, but a war hero at that. But yes, when it touched me, so my poetry is what I am, much more than what my text is. In a text, you can cover up, you can pretend to, whitewash it a bit here, there.
Yeah.
Poems, you can't. It has to be your inner self.
Okay. So my next question is, can you describe your book in one line?
Life in all its hues, the varied hues of life. It can be sad, light, humorous. It can bring you tears. It can make you feel elevated. It can make you feel absolutely depressed and rejected. This is the entire process of life. One of my readers, I don't know, Amit Kedolia, said if you want to not live life or go through everything, read this book. It gives you a total perspective, starting from what life can be to what it ends up with. It talks of being beautiful also. It talks of being sad also. I've written about my mother passing away, how I felt. But I have also written about a boy I saw in a train journey from St. Petersburg to Moscow, alone with three family members who did not know him. How I could see his loneliness only got accentuated because they just ignored him. And I described that also. And then there are absolute lighter moments from my official life, maybe, though covered up, nothing more said than what should be said. And the lighter part of life, meeting Maharani Gayatri Devi when I was quite young in college, and seeing her elegance and
Means the book
refinement.
is all about reality.
It is. It is reality, but with a lighter touch. It's a gentle way. I have not phrased it heavily. That's what I do. I say touch life lightly and pass on. Exactly that is what the book is. Lightly touched, passed on, walked away. किसी को मिले, spend those few minutes happily. If he can remember you later on, he should remember you for whatever you could share with him, and in a nice manner and a positive, humorous manner. Let there be some lightness in our lives. Sometimes we are too serious. So let that
Yes.
lightness, that soul upliftment, I would say, it should uplift you. It should make you feel better. And it even has in the end, I would prefer if readers read that in the last. Lessons my father taught me. What I learned from him. It's that also is there, and it ends up with some humor. It starts with the bureaucracy and what the humor is all about in life as such. So it's all there. The entire spectrum, I would say, of life.
Okay.
You can enjoy it lightly and happily. I wish people would read it and enjoy it in that spirit.
Yeah. Can you share your memorable time when you are writing?
I've been blogging quite some time and I've been collecting my pieces. The best time is, when around July, August, you write. The sun is in the absolute high and it's hot. Then as September comes, if my wife says, let's go for a walk, I tell her, wait, you know what? The sun starts setting a little early. And at that time, if you're writing something, it gives a very pleasant feeling to you. That yes, it's going down, it's getting a little dark. You are just trying to finish off your sentences or your research. And the next best is around 11:30 at night. It's absolutely still. There are no sounds, nothing to disturb you. It's just you, your laptop, maybe your notes, and then you're at it. These are the two periods I really like. I'm not an early morning riser. If anybody wakes me up at 6, he's my enemy. So for me, it's the evening or it's the night.
Okay,
Suba time, no, that's not me.
nice. So that wraps up our rapid fire session. And thank you for giving us your precious time and all the best for your work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to White Falcon. In fact, I'm thankful to White Falcon for coming forward. And I hope that with this interview also, some more readership comes in and people enjoy
Yes,
the book.
sure.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank
hope
you.
readers will definitely read your book.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
God bless you.